You've also said that Europeans live in la-la land, that they actually don't want to see, I guess, what they have in front of them. Why is it so difficult to see?
Yeah, it's one of these things. I think sometimes it's very human. You know, we want to deal with a world that we want to see, and we are not dealing in a world which it actually exists.
Is Europe prepared to go to war?
Well, I mean, our mentality is that the better you prepare, the less likely you're going to end up in a war.
You grew up in an era where, you know, globalization was an opportunity, and now people are looking more inwards.
True, but you could say that I was born into a world, the Cold War, where there was a clear ideological split between the East and the West. You know, authoritarian regimes and freedom. And remember, I started studying in 1989 when the Berlin Wall fell in November, and then the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, and there was this sort of basic assumption that, hey, the whole world is going to be a combination of liberal democracy, social market economy, and globalization. And of course, at some stage, we sort of woke up and smelt the coffee and realized that actually the world was not going to be all about green fields and, you know, rainbows and peace signs. And for me, of course, the sort of turning point was not only 9/11 or the financial crisis 2008, but probably Russia's attack on Ukraine in 2022. And we're now starting to see the change of a world order.
But you say in 2008, you saw Russia change.
But let's all try to stay calm, cool, and collected. There's a lot of this war propaganda going around. We've been able to muster a ceasefire, and let's try to stick to it. Thanks.
Thank you.
I gave a speech right after the war. We had gotten a ceasefire in 5 days, where I said, you know, we should wake up and have a look. Power politics is back, spheres of interest is back, Russian imperialism is not gone, so start adjusting. And of course, you know, it wasn't a very kosher thing to say at the time, but I'm not happy that I was right, but that's what happened.
But no one listened.
Well, I mean, some people listened, some didn't. You know, I think kind of a lot of Eastern European countries were right about Russia at that time, but I think we were all sort of in this wave of, yeah, you know, Russia is going to become a democracy. We were even thinking China is going to become a democracy. And, you know, if there is technological advancement, if there is freedom, people are going to use it. There was Arab Spring, et cetera, et cetera. But my argument, big argument, is that right now we're living in a 1918, 1945, or 1989 moment in world history. And now we're in a similar situation. We just don't know where the world is going to go.